The thing that has scared me the whole time is public reception after the process is done. What will people think it's about, and how will they receive that? The material, the bronze material, can last for centuries. Weather and time won't do a whole lot to it. It'll change color, but otherwise, if anything happens to it drastically, it will be at the hands of humans. I get nervous about an assault rifle being represented in a sculpture that I make. Or I get nervous about the military or law enforcement, or how do people feel about the Crusades, and do people misrepresent my 500-year-old figure as a crusader, and then they start assigning atrocities to this figure. So I think about, how many generations can this convince? I like to think in terms of generations. I like to think about investing my life. That's really underneath a lot of this. What am I going to do with my time on Earth? So there's this long kind of project of, a life. How can I use it properly? This is representing a particular vocation. This represents, in this case, men who have stepped up to defend others. In my mind, these are people who use their strength to serve. And they're strong. They're men of action. They wear heavy-duty gear, ready for combat. But the design of this monument, it displays these strong men of action in combat gear in a relaxed moment of contemplation. So there's this contrast between their potential and their actuality. What can they be? They can be fierce and strong. And that's a little scary. It's a little dangerous. Power can be dangerous. There's a grace involved with this. They're seeking guidance. They're seeking support. They're strong, but they're kind of showing their gentleness in this image. And the message is really about the invisible aspects of the sculpture. There's stuff that we see, and people can point to this and say that this means this or this means this. But really, in this case, the heart of this monument is in things that you can't see. The internal world of these figures. It's like an image of prayer. We see the outside, but we can't read hearts. And the other invisible thing is the connection across centuries. That's really what this is about. This is really about a shared faith between people who never meet each other. As I work on this project, it spent 90% of its time imaginary. And this is the fun part, and it's almost over. It's kind of like, oh, that was it. You get a couple months sculpting after you spent years hoping to sculpt. So after all that buildup, the frontier right now is, can you do justice to your idea? How is it going to turn out? I'm trying to, at the bare minimum, make it not ugly and, you know, take my shot at making something beautiful.